Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Wednesday, March 29, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money, and if you are interested in props and parlay picks, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link to our Patreon and to our new channel in the description and comments section below. Utah Jazz vs San Antonio Spurs. Both teams appear to be sinking fast in the Western Conference as the season draws to a close. The Jazz are likely without 3 players in their rotation heading into this game, while San Antonio could again be without Johnson. Pay close attention to this line as you consider this game. While the Jazz have shown improvement this season, they can't be trusted with too big a line at this point, particularly with all the team's injuries. Head-to-head, these two teams are 5-5 at TS in the last 10 meetings. San Antonio, despite its overall poor record, is a respectable 19-19 at TS at home this season. Both teams should already be evaluating personnel for next season with the playoffs out of sight, so I expect fight out of both squads. With that in mind, I'm gladly taking points in this matchup. Take San Antonio plus 4.5 points. Utah's been giving up points to everyone as I mentioned, and I think the Spurs join that part as well here. The Spurs have won 2 of the 3 meetings this year, but the win in San Antonio on Boxing Day was a 126-122 victory, as the Spurs offense does execute much better, 1.091 in off efficiency at home, compared to when on the road, 1.037 in off efficiency. The lack of motivation to play defense with a long summer looming can't really hurt this awful Utah defense much more, and why not play a run and gun style if you're the Jazz players? You should win that game more often than not given your better record in the standings, and that keeps your slim playoff hopes alive. Or if you're a realist on the Jazz and understand playoffs aren't likely in your future this spring, playing fast and padding stats can only help in contract talks somewhere down the line, right? It's not like San Antonio's defense has been stopping anyone this year, and with a 2013 OU record as a home underdog this season, the Spurs will do their part on both ends of the floor to get this game up and over the number. Our total pick is over. Detroit Pistons vs Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City needs to be at its best down the stretch to secure a playoff spot, but the Thunder have failed to cover the spread in their last 3 games entering Tuesday's clash with the Hornets. A lot of that is thanks to Gilgeous-Alexander's elite play this season, but he has been battling injuries throughout the second half of the year. He's questionable for Wednesday, and Oklahoma City doesn't have a ton of depth without Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder are 5-6 without Gilgeous-Alexander this season. Detroit is just 3-7 Austrian shillings in its last 10 games, but this could be their chance to capitalize against an opponent that is also banged up. Ivy is playing the best ball of his rookie campaign, and the Pistons are getting enough production out of their bigs lately that I think they will cover against the Thunder, who will be playing their 5th game in 7 days on Wednesday. Detroit will probably lose again on Wednesday, but I'll take the points since the spread opens in double digits. Our team pick is Detroit Pistons plus 11 points. The Pistons have been searching for offense lately, as they have failed to exceed 100 points in 4 of their last 6 games. Ivy, Wiseman and Bagley can certainly score, but there hasn't been much consistency in Detroit lately beyond that. The under has hit in 6 out of the last 7 games for Detroit. The under has hit in 3 of the last 4 for Oklahoma City, as they battle injuries of their own, now most notably to Gilgeous-Alexander, Kenrich Williams and Aleksej Pokusevski. According to dunksandthrees.com, both teams rank in the bottom half in adjusted offense, and OKC has a top 10 adjusted defense. I like the under on Wednesday. Los Angeles Lakers vs Chicago Bulls. Chicago won the first meeting this season between the teams Sunday, but they may be battling the fatigue factor as they play their 3rd game in 4 days here. The Bulls have pushed into a spot in the play-in tournament, but they have relied heavily on their trio of Lavin, Derazan and Vucevic to carry them for long stretches this season. Los Angeles got James back after he missed an extended stretch with a foot injury. That should help Los Angeles, as would having a healthy Russell to pair alongside Davis. The Lakers have a rest advantage and have some quality depth after making moves at the trade deadline. Give the edge to the visitors as they earn a split of the 2-game season series. Our team pick Lakers minus 1.5 points. I also like the under here as both teams have pretty good defenses to hold off the offenses. Although I do expect James to help the Lakers' offense, I do expect Los Angeles to try and slow this game down, which Chicago also does quite often. This season, the Lakers are playing at a pace of 103.6, which ranks 5th, but their defensive efficiency ranks 14th, while the Bulls rank 6th at defensive efficiency and play at a pace of just 100.6, which ranks 19th in the NBA. As well, Los Angeles is 38-37 in hitting the under, while the Bulls are 42-33 in hitting the under, which is second best in the NBA. Finally, Los Angeles's last 5 games are averaging 224.6 ppg, while Chicago's last 5 are averaging 220.6 ppg, but that includes a game that went to OT. Take the under 225 points. Sacramento Kings vs Portland Trail Blazers. Although there's been no official announcement yet, I'm expecting the Trail Blazers to shut down their best players for the rest of the season. Hereof, I won't overthink this matchup. Give me the Kings to cover. Sacramento's fluid offense will torture the Trail Blazers, whose defense has been awful all season long. The Kings are 7-1 at TS in their previous 8 showings on the road, whereas the Trail Blazers are 2-6 at TS in their last 8 games overall. 5 of Portland's last 6 losses at home have come by 14 or more points. Our team pick is Sacramento Kings ATS. Fox dropped 29 points on Minnesota, while Domantas Sabonis had 24 points and 10 rebounds. The Kings went only 5 for 27 from beyond the 3-point line, and Sacramento is making 13.7 triples a night, 5th in the NBA, on a 37.2% clip, tied 8th this season. With 6 players on the shelf, including Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic, the Blazers couldn't cope with the highly motivated Pelicans team. Portland shot just 38.9% from the field, 7 for 33 from downtown, and yielded 62 points in the paint. Keon Johnson led the Blazers with 20 points and 6 assists, while Sheedon Sharp had 12 points and 8 rebounds. Our total pick is over. Minnesota Timberwolves vs Phoenix Suns. Karl Anthony Towns, who hit the game-winning shot against the Warriors last Sunday, sat out the Kings game due to a calf injury management, and he should be ready to go Wednesday against Phoenix. On the other side, the Suns are expecting to get Kevin Durant back. According to Shams Charania of The Athletic, Durant will return from an ankle injury that kept him on the sidelines for 10 straight games. With KD back in the starting lineup and having a debut in front of the home crowd in Phoenix, I have to take the Suns. Minnesota beat Phoenix 121-116 at home in their previous duel in January, and the Suns were quite shorthanded, missing both Devin Booker and Chris Paul. If Durant suits up Wednesday, the Suns will be at full strength. Our team pick is Phoenix Suns minus 6.5 points. With Durant's expected return, this looks like a high-scoring game. While Durant may have some rust after he had missed 20 games due to injury, he scored 23 points and shot 10 for 15 from the field in 26 minutes, 50 seconds during his Suns' debut. A couple of recent trends favor the over. The over is 5-0 in the Suns' last 5 home games versus a team with a losing road record. The over is also 6-1 in the Suns' last 7 home games. The over is 5-1 in Minnesota's last 6 road games versus a team with a home winning percentage greater than .600. Phoenix's home winning percentage is .667. The over is 4-1 in Minnesota's last 5 games after scoring 100 points or more in their previous game. Our total pick is to take over 233.5 points.